Instead of sending out the bat signal, you sent out the rap signal. Y'all know what it is. Yeah. The Shiz-Nit talent going live on YouTube. Who else out the gutter survive like we do? It is what it is, and it's all it's gonna be. So go and bring your talent to send it. Shiz-Nit talent going live. Low beats, we got heat. We live every night. Tune in and take what it is, and it's all it's gonna be. Talent, that's your challenge. Sing, rap, bring that. It's all about a balance. Comedians gotta be funny. Had me laughing and gasping and holding my tummy. At last we can pass him and get to the money. Nobody wanna be broke though. Looking bummy. The general finna go viral. Let me make sure I tune in wherever I go. Thanks to the internet, you can hear in Chicago. Overseas, all the G's, they can feel me. That's right, y'all. The Shiz-Nit talent on YouTube. Hosted by Blue Rag, Miss C-Note, and Steve-O Beats. Bring your talent, y'all. Music review Mondays. Talent turn up Tuesdays. Greatness on display Wednesdays. Push the line of respect on Thursday. Singers, rappers, comedians, anything you do. Don't forget, Instagram and Facebook too. It's DJ Slim, y'all. Signing out. The Shiz-Nit talent.
That they feed us, but to put your faith in Allah, Buddha, or Jesus, please.
Fabrications, you can see the hate. Propaganda got their own agendas, misleading the public for their own interests. If you feel me, can I get a witness? Oh, I want justice while we're living. And all this violence, I won't be silenced. 2502.
Hey Chris,
and we know
it's the same old story with the guns and dope. And nigga, I ain't gonna lie, Mama gave me some hope. We had the homies in the pen like it's our turn now. They touch my nigga, we gon' burn this bitch down. But just the other day, I seen a sister get shot by a military looking ass, racist ass cop. Just a routine traffic stop. One black woman, 5 bastard ass cops. I had a tear in my eye when she died. Watched her go cry and she stared at the sky. And Joe and his hoe, they both gotta go. It's a lot we don't see and a lot they don't show. And Roe v. Wade, it's just another play for that white man who know we gotta repopulate. See they numbers getting showed and he's scared. I only got 2 words, be prepared.
Political pressures, media fake. Fabrications, you can see the hate. Propaganda got their own agendas, misleading the public for their own interests. If you feel me, can I get a witness? Oh, I want justice while we're living. And all this violence, I won't be silenced. 2502, and we know what to do. Oh yeah, stop all this killing, looting, shooting. We need to protect our children and the government. You got to do better. Our kids are our future, and we got to do better. Better, better, better. We got to do better, better, better. We got to do better, better, better. We got to do better. Better, better, better. We got to do better, better, better. We got to do better, better, better. We got to do better, 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 better. We got to do better, better, better. We got to do better, better, better. We got to do.
Oh, yeah, we got to do better, ladies and gentlemen.
Police beating death Sacramento native Tyree Nichols. This has been the scene tonight in Memphis and cities across the country, including Sacramento. Protesters marching, demanding more accountability after 5 ex-Memphis police officers were charged with second-degree murder the day before this video's release.
Dozens of ABC 10 journalists met over the course of hours today to discuss the most responsible and sensitive way to talk about this horrific video. We met with community leaders and asked questions about showing the video, and if we do, how much to show.
The 1-hour release by Memphis police is traumatizing. We want to warn you, it is disturbing. But tonight, on Late News Tonight, we are choosing to show you more of this video than we have in our other newscasts today.
We feel this is the right space to air more of the video. Longer clips provide more context. We're also hearing from a legal expert and the community. But first, ABC 10's Becca Habegger walks us through what happened.
Chris and Laura, we just learned tonight that in addition to the firing of those 5 now ex-Memphis police officers, 2 Shelby County Sheriff's deputies have been placed on leave following the release of the video. The sheriff says he has concerns because those 2 deputies showed up on the scene, so he placed them on leave to investigate what happened and if they violated policies. Now to the video. What we're choosing to show here out of more than an hour of video is just enough to give you a sense of what happened while limiting harm as much as possible. It starts around 8:24 on the night of January 7th. We see police approaching Tyree Nichols' car in a traffic stop, citing reckless driving in a press release the next day. They remove Nichols from the vehicle. Police try apprehending and eventually tasing him, as Nichols says he is doing as they say and didn't do anything wrong.
You guys are really doing a lot right now.
Bro,
Stop.
lay down.
I'm just trying to go home.
Lay down.
Man, if you don't lay down, I am on the ground.
Put your hands on your stomach.
He eventually manages to get out of the officer's grip and run away, but officers catch up with him less than 10 minutes later in a nearby residential area. There, they tackle Nichols and eventually surround him. You see them restraining him here. The most brutal part of the attack, which we are choosing not to show, starts moments after this. We're pausing the video before that happens, when officers punch, kick, and beat Nichols with a baton and use pepper spray on him. It's a brutal attack over the course of about 4 minutes. After the officers beat Nichols, they drag him over to a nearby squad car and prop him up against the side. Our news staff was struck by an apparent lack of urgency. Remains there for 25 minutes before an ambulance arrives.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here at ABC 10, we stand for you. And that means holding the powerful accountable. A Sacramento native has just died after a violent encounter following a traffic stop by police in Memphis. Why is that? What happened? We're committed to getting answers. So here's the initial news release from Memphis police back on January 8th. It says on January 7th at approximately 8:30 p.m., officers in the area of Rains Road and Ross Road attempted to make a traffic stop for reckless driving. So he was allegedly driving reckless, according to the initial news release from police. But just hours ago, take a listen to what the chief of police said.
As far as I know today, I do believe that the stop itself was very questionable. We have been unable to verify the reckless driving allegation.
So now, according to the chief of police, the very reason for even stopping Nichols is under question. So what exactly do we know about the traffic stop? Well, I'll admit this next portion is graphic. Viewer discretion is advised.
Man.
I didn't do anything. Hey, I didn't turn your around. All right. On the ground. Hey, you don't do that, okay? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Okay. Hey, y'all. All right, I'm on the ground. Lay down. Chest up. Please stay.
Ground. I think tase you. Get on the ground.
Lay down.
One. Now.
All right, okay. All right.
Break your.
Okay, dude.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Quick.
Okay, stop.
Knock
Hey, you guys are really doing a lot right now.
Bro,
Stop.
lay down.
I'm just trying to go home.
From the very beginning of the way the traffic stop started.
Hey, where did Chris go?
I don't know, but that was good. You stopped it. He should be right back. He might have been having a couple complications. But he's here, ladies and gentlemen. The Shiznit Talent TV sit down and set it off with Chris the Glove Taylor, platinum producer, is in the building. We gonna come right back for us in a minute. Oh man, there's so much going on in the world. We had to just touch on this, and hey man, we got to do better, man. That's what I'm talking about. These crooked ass cops, man, doing this to these people like that, man. That's wrong. I say it's wrong, and we got to do something about it, and we got to, voice on it. Hey, that's sad, man. The brother lost his life behind that. He was just trying to go home. You know what I mean? And huh?
Yeah, it's not only sad, man, but it gets you angry. You know what I mean? It gets me upset. You know, it's just. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. It just makes you think, like, you know, you wish you can do that to them. You know what I mean? But you know, everything's got to be in the Lord's hands, man. And see, you know, hopefully this change someday, man, and get these people that are cops treating people like that, man. Gotta go, man. They gotta change them ways, man. Somehow, you know what I'm
Man,
saying? Because
it's
this
just a
is
wake up call. So it's an eye opener for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? It's time to start doing things on the right and narrow. You know, focus. You know what I mean? And all that extra stuff out here. You know, these young dudes is doing. It's got to end because it's making it worse for brothers like him, a natural everyday citizen on his way home, possibly got profiled. You know what I'm saying? To say he was driving reckless, you know what I mean, and lose his life, man. That's sad. You know, my condolences go out to his family and everybody who loved him and just the whole world. You know, but we got to pick ourselves up. We got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Chris was here for momentarily. I seen his camera go out and it popped back in, so she should be popping back in here shortly. You
hey,
know what I'm saying? What?
he just sent me a text right now. It's okay to say it up there if I'm there.
Well, no, text it in the chat. Text it in the chat right there.
Okay. Yeah, man, but situations like that, man, they got cops getting out of hand really bad, bro.
Yeah, that's a sad situation, man. You know, that's
It
what we're
is.
talking about. You know, we got to try to stop the violence in hip hop. And so, you know, it's important for us to, you know, show this, to share with the world that, you know, it's time to really just change, you know. Uh Man, it's sad to see that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Well, yeah, let me do this right quick. Got to give my man some love right here, you know, doing this thing. Max Auto Detailing, ladies and gentlemen, mobile car service. He'll come to you. All you got to do is give him a holler, you know, 310-461-7421. Call for an appointment. He in the local areas of Compton, Long Beach, and Los Angeles. Hey, he'll come to you. He gonna max detail you up. I'm talking about water will roll off your car. It'll bead up just like you see right there, and it'll roll off. So holla at my man Max Auto Detailing, mobile service, 310-461-7421. Give him a call for an appointment, and he'll hook up with you and come take care of you real good. Trust and believe that. Max Auto Detailing, y'all. Yeah, man. Here we go. Here we go.
What's up?
What's up, y'all? What's up, man?
Oh my! Wait, he went back out. Hold on.
I don't input that into my mind.
Oh no, that's fine. That's completely fine.
Yeah, I had to shake for a sec. I was like, "That's the video I'm never gonna see," because I've been that in my life almost growing
Yeah.
up. So you know,
Wow, man.
horrible thing, horrible thing. But
Oh no.
Well, man, it's a plum pleasing pleasure having you, Mr. Chris the Glove Taylor. Hey, man, it's an honor, man. It's a plum pleasing pleasure, man. Hey, salute, man. Hey, man, you are an honor, man. Wow.
appreciate y'all for real.
How
Yeah,
you doing, my brother?
you've had your fingerprints all. It seems like on everything on the West Coast, everything that counted.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
Thank
can we start? Can we start with the pole broken lonely?
Yes, we can. You know, I'm a sex symbol too in my alter ego.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. So that's intriguing that you brought that up. That was my R&B group that I was in, of course, and we had a really hot song. We had a song in the soundtrack for Deep Cover, "The Sex Is On," but we didn't have a single called "Twisted." That was it was number one in on all the formats in LA when California Love was number one. We was knocking them out everywhere. But you know.
Wow.
So how'd that group come? What role did you play in that group? Are you a singer as well? What role did you play, and how did you guys come about?
Absolutely, I am a vocalist too, and but I wrote all the music and played all the instruments and stuff. It was like I was like Teddy Riley in that group, you know, except I sang as well and wrote
you know, melodies and lyrics. But yeah, I was I always, when I was coming up, that's where the money was, to be in an R&B group. Rap was cool, but it wasn't paying the bills like the rap. Like you can get
Yeah.
a cool deal for $100,000 as a rapper, or you could get 400,000 as an R&B artist. So I was over there.
That's right. That's
That's how I
right.
met Dr. Dre. He signed my R&B group to Ruthless.
Mm.
So that's
We
how
was
you got
good.
involved with Ruthless. I was gonna ask you that. How did you get involved with Ruthless Records back in the day? So that it is right there.
There it
Wow,
is.
amazing.
Dr. Dre signed me to Ruthless Records as an artist, and then he found out what I could do as a producer, and then he just grabbed me up. I hardly had any time to work on my stuff. I was always working on his.
So, can you tell us about your experience with Ice-T in the '80s,
Absolutely.
and how'd you guys meet? I know you were a DJ, so but
Yes.
and your first song was with Ice-T. How'd that come about?
Yes, my first song was with Ice-T. It's called Reckless. He rapped on my single. We did a movie called Breaking', and in that movie, it's about a love affair with two dancers, Shabadoo and Boogaloo Shrimp, Pop Locking and Dancing. It's really about the club, the guys who made the movie, and then they expanded it. They wanted to capture the whole breakdancing and everything and give it a reason. So then here they come with this love story, which is fine. So the way I met Ice-T was I got hired at this club to be a DJ. Matter of fact, they asked me, "Hey, what's your DJ name?" when I was coming in, you know, whatever. Then when they talked to me, and I said, "I'm DJ Chris." And they're like, "Nah, we got a name for you. We gonna give you a name. We have a marquee. When you show up at 11, your name will be on the marquee." So when I showed up, it said 11 p.m. The Glove. So I said,
That's right.
Yep, and I just went on in, started bringing it all in with the glove, wearing it, the whole nine. And I met Ice-T at the club. When I went there, it felt like Ice-T had been there long time. I heard him give an interview that said when he got there, he saw me DJing. He had never, so it's like a weird thing. We don't know who came first, the chicken or the egg, you know what I mean? But we met there at the club and we started working together and doing the first project we did was Breaking and Entering, which is a documentary in like 1983. We did that actually at the end of '82. And that came out on a PBS channel. I think it was KCET or something. Channel 28. That's what it was. Whatever. Back then it was UHF. I don't know if you guys know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that's how I met Ice-T, working at that club. That was my dude. He is a pimp, that guy.
So,
Wow.
so how long?
My question is, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead,
I
Miss
wanted
Sheena.
to ask them because I saw an interview you did a while ago, and you were saying you had never produced a song, and so
Oh, you want me to tell the whole story?
Yeah.
So let me tell you how Reckless came about. So when we were in the club, really the way that it happened was those producers of the film came to radio and saw the happening, and so they decided to make a movie about it. And as we were then shooting the movie, they're talking about the musical scenes and saying, "Hey, we're gonna need Africa Bambaataa and all these guys to do the music." So I went up to them and was like, "Yo, I do music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. This is West Coast. We don't need to. You know, it was already West East Coast, by the way. That's nothing new. It's like people telling you about dinosaurs and you just heard about them. But it was there when we was kids too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So from there, they said, "Okay, you get to, we want you to do music for the scenes." So I did music for the scenes. That's where it all came about. And then at the midnight hour, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna put this record out. Do you have a rap talker that can go on the music that we did for the scenes?" I was like, "Look, I can make a record. Hang on." And so I call up Ice-T. I'll take the songs. I'll make it into a song format. Ice raps, and we put that on the soundtrack. The soundtrack sell 4 million copies. We're the only rap on there.
Wow. And you've been going strong ever since.
So what's the total number of plaques you got? I see several back there. How many artists have you got a plaque on? platinum, and I see all platinum. Everything with that color is platinum.
Everything multi-platinum up there. That's the
Multi
multi-platinum
there
group.
is.
Yep.
I
Let me
heard
see.
that.
So we got oh wow, I got plaques with a lot of artists. But most of them are the death row stuff, you know, Tupac, California Love. I played on that. You know, all the Chronic and the Doggy Styles, and you know, that's like with just that group of records, we got over 100 million sales with that and the Aftermath stuff with Explosive that I produced, and I did a bunch of stuff. I produced a song with Dre. That song LL Cool J and Dre did, Zoom. I produced that. I did that track.
Wow.
A lot of people don't even know that. Yeah.
Amazing, man.
So yeah, I've been around for a while.
Talk closer to your mic, Stilo. You're breaking up.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Glove, I was just saying you're responsible for the Phone Tap soundtrack, is right, with Nas?
Yeah, Phone Tap is one of mine too. Yes, sir. So that was a funny story too, how that came about, where when we went to, with the firm, that Biggie had just got killed, and so nobody from New York was coming to LA, and nobody from LA was going to New York for fear of retaliation. So we had a mafia meeting in Miami. We all go to Miami, like the mob, and record all these songs, right? So I had just got with Aftermath maybe a couple of months before that, and so everybody was buzzing about this Firm project, and I was like, whatever, I'm just here. So they were like, oh, you got to do this and that. And I was like, man, I went out there with nothing. I had an idea and a couple of samples on a DAT, maybe 3 things that I had. I was going to dig and, you know, whatever. And I had this sample that I've been trying to figure out how I was going to flip it like 6 months. I got this thing and I started tinkering with it because it was in a weird pentameter. It was a weird rhythm kind of thing. It was a 3-3 thing that I was going to put into the 4-4, this music stuff. So anyway, when I finally got it worked out, I go to the drum machine, and so we got this one MPC that we use whenever we're working. It's always hooked up, ready to record. Everything's connected, so Dre at any moment can turn it up all the way, and it'll be banging. So I go to the drum machine, and one of the producers, I say, hey, man, you want these drums? Let me clear this out so I can put my sounds in. They're like, no, go ahead, man. That's just some stuff. I said, look, bro, let me take these sounds out. He was like, because I've been tapping on them and it was something I liked, right? So I was like, let me get rid of this, bro. He's like, no, man, you're good, Glove. I said, listen, Butter, if I use these drums, you'll never be able to use them again, bro. You got to understand this. He laughed. So then I proceeded to make the Phone Tap beat and had the loop, and I was working it. So I was listening to it. I had my hands up and I was listening to the loop, right? Because what I normally do is I'll make a loop and then I'll play the elements out of the loop that I like live. Like if it's a guitar, piano, or bass that's doing a certain thing, I go get somebody. If I can't play it, play this part. I pull parts out of samples. I don't just take the sample. I'll make one part louder by playing it twice. You won't even know it's in there. Or if it's a voice way down in there, I get somebody to mimic it on top of it so that you can hear it. These are things that Dre and I both kind of grew together to do. I mean, I'm not gonna say he taught me or I taught him, but I've been doing this. So, like I had platinum record before I even met them dudes. They didn't even know what that was, really. Everybody wanted gold. So Phone Tap, when I sit back to listen to the thing that I'm working on, Dre says, what's Glove cooking? And he hits the button to turn that shit all the fucking way up. Blang! Like I'm about to get clowned. So I did like this. I said, okay. And Phone Tap, as you hear it right now, came on in the speakers. When that thing came on, the door flew open. Nas, AZ, the track masters, they all ran in the room and was like, what is that? And them dudes, it was like paper flew. You see Nas and AZ sit down at the thing and start to say, we want to write. So then I jumped up because I always had this thing where I wanted to do, we used the phone voice in little increments, right? We know how to really EQ it good. So I was like, man, we should do a whole song with you, Nas. Everybody know what your voice sounds like. So let's tweak it and make it be you guys on the phone. And so then that's where Phone Tap came and all that.
Wow, that's dope concept. Very creative. That's genius. Yeah. Now that's the shiznit, man. He's very creative. That's hard, man. I got to give it to you.
Yeah, we do
Very
those things.
creative.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we work, man.
You know, you were involved with the Chronic and Doggy Style. Can you tell us about your involvement in your production on those
Absolutely.
albums?
Absolutely. On the Chronic album, I have, Dre and I, we left Ruthless Records I went with him because he was forming a new company. And at the time, he didn't have a name, but it was Doc and DLC and DRE were going to put together a thing. So I'm with Dre. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we started doing songs. We were signed to Epic Records at the time through Ruthless, my R&B group. So we started doing songs for this movie, Deep Cover. And then as we were doing that, these cats, we decide, hey, we're going to have this record label. It's going to be Death Row, blah, blah, blah. And, in the midst of making these records, we met Snoop. And the rest is history there. So first thing we did was 187. And then,
oh my God, that's the bomb.
Yeah. Then it was G-Thang. And then after that, they all start coming together. But I mostly worked on, I'm a kind of a Swiss Army knife producer type. I'll do whatever it is that's needed. If it's a vocal, a goofy thing, a cool thing, a gunshot. I did all the gunshots on Snoop's album. That's something people don't know. All the gunshots, I shot them off on every song, whatever it is. So, like I'm on, when we first started after the Chronic tour, Dre's album's popping. So we did Who Am I, where I got the vocals. I'm the talk box vocals on that. The dog pounds in the house. That's me. And so we did that, and it took off so fast we had to jam that record out before Jimmy was like, we need this out before Christmas. So that's the fastest record I think we ever made. We made that record in 4 months.
Wow.
The whole Doggy Style and Murder Was the Case. Like all that was at the same time.
So how many hours did you spend in the studio making that? If you did it in 4 months, you had to be spending night and day.
No, we work, bro. We work 12-hour shifts every time. We go in at 2, we leave when we finish, which is normally around 2, and we'll finish 1 or 2 songs in a day. That's why I be laughing at people talking about, writer's block. Like, can you not breathe? Because if you can't breathe, then you can't write. Anything else is hogwash.
Wow.
So, when you were what was your experience at Ruthless, and what was your role at the label?
At Ruthless Records, there was 2 producers or 3, I think, that were signed. It was me, Hutch from Above the Law. I believe Rhythm D was over there. They all worked on the Eazy-E stuff, and I was just working on Dre. Whatever Dre was doing, he called me. Come on, man. He was not letting me. I couldn't go off and do. I'm Dre. It's Dre and it's Batman and Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't go nowhere. So it was a trip, man. I'm gonna tell you the whole time. Like, for instance, Stranded on Death Row is the song I produced on the Chronic album. Dre was like, look, I want you to go make this beat. I want you to use this and that and come back. So he basically told me the elements, and I went and put it together. He didn't expect it to sound like what I did, though. I brought that shit back, and then we put the organ on there and Bishrick Bill. Like, that's how it goes. When you hear a legend of me saying I worked on a song, or if you hear about me working on a song, or you see my name, understand I did all the music.
Wow. From the instrumentation down to possibly the writing.
All the writing and instrumentation, but I haven't played every instrument, but I surely arranged it. If I didn't play it. And then it goes, is that dope? Yeah, that's dope. Or they'll add 1 or 2 elements. My stuff gets very little added to it, if anything. And people always ask me, like, well, between Ruthless and Death Row, the music sound changed. I was like, yeah, that's when I introduced Dr. Dre to the solid state Logic mixer. The SSL, he did not know nothing about that until he met me. That's what I was working on. That's what I did my platinum records on. I was talking. I'm his big homie.
So what's because I don't know nothing about mixers. So what is the significance, like, if other producers are listening, of using that mixer opposing to another one?
You use what you like to use, but what I did with Dre was, if you go listen to NWA and then listen to the Chronic. and then you'll see the significance of using what I use. Tell me
Okay.
what they sound like different. Like this one is banging. This one is wow. I can play it
Okay.
everywhere. It sounds perfect. It sounds like a, back then it was like we sounded like an R&B group. That's what everybody kept saying. Y'all, this sound like an R&B album, because R&B albums were mixed properly and rap was noise. You know, it was EPMD, it was NWA, it was just a bunch of samples thrown together. It wasn't constructed songs, you know.
Yeah.
And so once we started doing that, then also I was, you know, Dre and I like to believe in concurrent thinking. I don't like to say that I tell people they things. I think we came up with this shit at the same time and looked at each other, but it's like you play, like I told you, we pull parts, elements out of samples. Like a lot of people just sample, they don't know how to, like we can pull just one part or just take one part and use that part on our song, and the whole sample, you won't figure out that what it is until you go, oh, that's from that. Everybody use that, but it's a little part in there going, ding, 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 and I take that and then build around. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're completely not like your daddy's producers at all.
Unique,
or
genius,
their
man.
children.
Yeah, and you've worked on so much stuff. You also worked with like BET. You've done stuff on TV series, right?
Yeah, I
Or
worked
movies.
over like not 100 movies and TV series. Yeah.
Wow.
Like I did a show called The
Amazing.
Parkers. If anybody ever saw The Parkers, every
Yes.
time you heard the music, all of that music was me.
Wow.
For
That's
all
just The
those
Parkers.
seasons.
5 of
Wow.
them. I think it was on for 6. I did the last 5. I didn't do the first year, but after that, I did all of it. And so like that, I did shows called All of Us 101. I got music on NCIS Los Angeles, Empire. I got 100 TV shows and 25 movies. Bullworth on one of these plaques back here. I told you the Zoom thing, but I get music in movies and television that you don't know. The incidental, like the beats and stuff. Like for instance, for Empire, so I got my own music on there. There was a love theme on there that they had when the girl was sleeping with the security guard. Every time they got together, they played this little music. That I did that. It's stuff like that I do. But what's funny is, so I'm a hip hop producer. I create sounds, right? And rhythms. So what I'll do is I'll make like maybe 10 songs, and I gave the composer for Empire all 10 of them with the splits and stems. So he could take my drums, my keyboard parts, whatever, separate, and do whatever he want, add, take away. So a lot of that composition, 90% of it got my drums in it.
And you even worked with the Kardashians, right?
I didn't work with them, but I got music on their TV shows.
On
they
their
worked
show.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of shows. America's Top Model, a whole bunch of stuff you watched every day. I got music on.
How would you
I have
describe
over
your style?
1,500 songs in television and film.
Okay.
Wow. How would you describe your style as a producer?
I'm like Bruce Lee. I know all styles, but I got the water style. I can, I'm Bruce Lee, bro. I can do anything. I got jazz music. I sample classical and turn it into hip hop, and people don't even know it's chamber music. Like, so I would be Bruce Lee, and because I'm not okay. So Bruce Lee started off Wing Chun, right? He was very rigid, right?
Yeah.
So from that, then he went into other forms and created Jeet Kune Do, right? Which was his free flowing style. So that's me in music. But I created a style that I call a minimalist style. When I did Explosive, I was really mad how all these, like I was listening to Mobb Deep literally, and I was like, look, man, they take 3 kick drums, 8 snares, a stick, they stack all these sounds together. The whole half the board of 20 tracks is the drums because they're trying to make them big. I said, bro, 1 kick, 1 snare, 1 hi-hat. Like how in Texas, they say 1 riot, 1 ranger.
Yeah.
You hear me? 1 riot, 1 ranger. All this George Floyd, back in the day, they said 1 dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they used to send 1 ranger to a riot. It might be cops, but when the rangers show up, all that stuff cease. And so that's me. 1 kick, 1 snare, 1 hi-hat. Let me show you. And so then I did the beat, and I sparsed. It's significant that I spaced it out so you could hear each sound specifically and the pattern. And then after that, I said, here, look. And then so it became explosive. And then I did it again on Phone Tap is Mentalness. It's the same thing. Kick, snare, hat, kick, cat. It's the same thing. That's my style. It's and it's this jab too. It's pop. Every time you go hear that. It's
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Interesting that you asked me that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, what one of your most recent projects is a single for Flat Lip on his forthcoming album, and can you tell us about your collaboration with Crazy Bone?
Well, I know Crazy Bone. I never did anything with him or Fat Lip, but I got a song that one of his boys, Sivash the Grouch, did. I shot him the tracks, but I think it might be a Fat Lip thing. They're pushing that, but no, I never. I used to work with the Far Side. I was their DJ. Hell, okay. I DJed the Goodwill games with them, but no, I got my album Red Shirt Freshman. That's the only thing I'm doing right now. I haven't worked on producing no one specifically for that reason. So when my thing goes up, it'll just be me and not a gang of stuff. You know how when people get famous, you got 82 songs from other labels come out, subpar of them trying to get on by being on other songs. You got a song with this guy and that guy. Yeah, I ain't do none of that. It's only, you can only get my record from me.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad I asked. I read that off the internet.
That's okay. The internet is a beast. The internet is
So where you see the future of hip hop and the music industry going?
So I have a problem with the music industry as a whole. Basically, really, I only have a problem with the hip hop industry because of who we are. Every label I've been signed to was a hip hop label, so I'm holding them responsible. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you learn how to do something, it's your responsibility to learn everything about that thing. Well, you cannot, let me correct that. It's generally more difficult to learn everything about a thing when you know nothing about it. For instance, I became a DJ. When I became a DJ, there was no DJs. I didn't know anybody. I go, so let me see your setup. Hey, let me see what kind of controller you use. Hey, what's that? Dude, I didn't know. When I was going to be a DJ, there was a record player, not a turntable, a record player. Y'all remember that term, record player?
Record player, yeah.
Stereo, a hi-fi.
Yeah.
Hi-fi, yeah. You mean there's a place where the record player is separate? Like, it's like that, right? That's how hard it was to figure that thing out. So going forward in the music industry, it shouldn't be like, if I'm doing music, it's a guy here that knows it because I'm working with somebody who's, hey, bro, do I need to do a contract? Because I don't know nothing about a contract, but I'm going to ask you, how the hell am I going to know that? So I feel like music business needs, as soon as you sign a deal, we need a governing body like the fucking SEC to keep people from having fucked up contracts, not getting paid for songs that they wrote. It ain't nobody over here for that, bro. Like, for instance, Kanye said, hey, if you do this, they do that. Really? Next thing you know, no more Kanye at all. Like, so much so that they've been saying he was missing until he said he got married. He was missing. He wasn't just a dude living his life. He was missing. Wow. They didn't disappeared this guy, right? That's the vision they're trying to give you. I concur that I don't concur, and I propose that they are an asshole and lying about that, and they shouldn't have been able to have the power to take that shit away.
Yeah,
that's real.
But just going away from that dangerous subject, I feel like if the music industry had a governing body, they could have said, hey, they could have did all this. Like, okay, you're like, you know, let's what's that called? Arbitration. They do that for baseball. Like these big money leagues. We're a league. We're a league. Music industry is a sports league. Damn it. It's like WWE. We got the same kind of characters. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the music industry, but it ain't really all together. It's just a bunch of record companies. Ain't that weird? Like, yeah. That's not like the NBA or the MLB. They're all in their stadiums and they're together, and you know, they don't come to your house and play unless it's on TV. You know what I'm saying? Unless you could pay a whole lot of money to get a baseball player to throw balls at on a birthday for your kid.
Yeah.
So
well, I think the hip hop is it the Hip Hop Alliance?
Yeah, it's the new union for hip hop.
Yeah, I hear that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's dope. I love what they're doing. I'm talking about the SEC. Like
Okay.
the SEC says you're doing illegal trading. Here's a fine.
Oh,
Bring your papers
okay.
in. Let me see that shit. A form like that, like this Hip Hop Alliance, supposed to be able to go to the record label and say, "Let me see your contracts." Can they do that? No, not at all. What I'm trying to do for hip hop specifically is there's some laws that should be changed, like statute of limitations on music. Like this is a permanent piece. I made this piece, this forever. How the statute of limitations gonna run out on some shit I made that they gonna make money for 100 million years? You kiss my ass on that. We gonna go. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna make $100 million and throw it all back at that. And I'm gonna lobby and get the laws changed specifically for music and art, because it should be a statute of limitations on how long ago you sock somebody in the face, I guess, or robbed the place or burglar. But when you take a piece of music and can make profit on it forever, fuck that. What statute? That somebody just bought that record today, so the law just got broken today. The fuck you talking about? So anyway, forgive me, but I'm really hot.
No, you good. I like that.
Yeah.
Keep it going. This is your time to voice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let it
not
out.
really, yeah, it's not really safe. It's music industry is not safe, bro. You got people like R. Kelly. Okay, so he was a musician. He was trolling the music people. It wasn't safe for their kids then at that time when that dude was rolling around. You know what I'm saying? That's not safe. You need somebody to say, hey, this ain't safe. I know about this guy because somebody knew about the guy. A lot of people knew about the guy. So you gotta like, this is not, we need better stewards in position on earth. This shit is wacky fuck. That's just like the video you showed. Like, okay, so I will make one comment on that thing and I'm gonna leave it. Sometimes an issue happens that empowers us, that make us think that we are untouchable. You guys follow me? We all the same, you know. So these cats seen other people do it. Rodney King, they got a slap on the wrist a little bit. These other ones, they killed a dude and got a kind of way with it. We gonna do it too then, because all the guys I know in that race that carry them guns feel like they're bigger than everyone else because I carried a gun. And I know that I felt like I was 10 feet tall. You said, what? What you say? Everything somebody said was, what? And I'm already 6'6". So you know what I mean? They already scared. And I said, what? Like, that's intimidation, bro. It's like, so we didn't need better stewards, all of that. And I say this, if we loved each other like ourselves, we would not need no cops, because you would be locking your neighbor's door like you lock your own, or you would be checking on the guy across the street or the person driving. All the strangers would not be strangers. They would be, and if we were our brother's keepers, then somebody would have grabbed the other cop and said, hey, brother, don't kill him. That's our brother too. Let's just lock him up, bro. What did he do anyway? Nobody said that. And that's what's wrong. All that other shit and the race and all that, we can only change ourselves. So we need to look at that moment. You're supposed to be in the moment and you fucking stand up and say something, damn it. People always say, where's God in that situation? He's standing right there. Say something.
That's a voice. Man, you right.
Mad. And that's why I don't get into those issues, because they're all childish and it's all about the bully. That's it.
So you're more knowledgeable in the business part. So I just now today years old when I found out copyright, your ownership only lasts for 33 years and you have to reclaim it. What do you think about that? That's what I read.
That's very good because they tell you that your copyright lasts 35 years. But in fact, there's a 2-year period in which you can reclaim it. They don't tell you that. So when you go check at 35 years, oh shit, you done missed it. You see there? So some good steward today taught you that, because I wasn't too far off today years old. I was closer to the 35th year of my copyright when I first learned about that. And I've been immersed in the business for many years. Here's another one. If you make a record, always make 2, because the one you deliver to the master you deliver to the label, they own it. But after 5 years, you can make a new master and you can put that out and sell it yourself. And that they don't no longer. So like, for instance, if they use it for a movie, they come to you and you get the master license fee and the musical composition fee instead of giving that over to the most favored nations rate to the label. And they get mad. That's why they mad at Taylor Swift. She redoing all her albums.
Wow.
She gonna make a lot of. She'll be a billionaire when she does that.
Yeah, I seen one of her concerts that were selling tickets for 20,000.
They don't mind. Yeah, that's the way I'm doing it. I got a forever album. People holding to my albums are always getting the concerts. But my albums are gonna be very expensive. They're not cheap. Like right now, my album $60 is going up when I have more songs. When you start hearing the record on the radio or promoting it, understand that the record is now $100. Because I feel like there's been people that were down. You ever know people, you heard a record and you told a bunch of people about it, and then a year later it was hot and everybody forgot you told them, and it was like, you lying, you tripping, whatever. I know about this. So with my method, you could turn to that person and say, well, how much you pay for that? Oh, it was $150. You ain't knowing it was that? Oh yeah, I got mine for $40, just so you know. You know what I mean? You got that discussion now. When you tell a person that, they'll be more apt to get their stuff early. Plus, I feel like the value on art needs to be placed by the artist, period.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not by
That's
Spotify, who's taking 99% of it. Now, I don't have nothing for streaming except one song because I'm not doing that.
So are you doing NFTs or are you selling them off your website?
So that's another whole Web3 discussion, NFTs. But yes, I'm doing that. But right now, I'm selling them directly in my Instagram and Telegram and Twitter directly. You DM me, I get it right to you. And then you can add it to your iTunes or whatever. It's just like everything else. It's a step.
Genius, genius,
man, bro.
That's
not
genius,
the website,
man.
because they take money, bro. You gotta just. So I'm starting something else too. I'm tired of Spotify. How come Spotify? So I told you I got 1,500 songs just on music for television alone.
Wow.
So if I take all my music and create my own Chris the Glove streaming, where you can just pay me monthly to listen to only my music, each artist is gonna start copying and doing that, getting off Spotify, create their own streaming unit. You can listen to my music here for $10 a month. Fuck Spotify. Or $2 a month or $100 a month. But see, what I'll do is I'm gonna create that in concert with my NFTs, which will have so like the mentor token will allow you 4 hours of one-on-one mentorship with me and access to all of my in real life events. It's a $10,000 piece though, you know what I'm saying? And we got 1,000 of them. So, you know, you got to be able to, this NFT, the people who have, this is how it goes. The people who collect NFTs have money for NFTs. That's what it's for. It ain't for rent. It ain't for the car. It's for NFTs. That's why I started to value my music the way I do. Like when you see mine, it's 10 ETH. You know, just like this guy over here, that's a painter, and his series is 10 ETH. You know, my floor is, you know, 1 ETH. You know what I'm saying? That's $1,500. The floor.
Easy.
So yeah, not playing this game. They just go, and then when it comes up, and so what happens is as you get more popular, people go spend it.
Yeah.
You don't gotta have $1.99 music. I don't make $1.99 music.
No,
you put your own value on it.
Exactly. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in critical thinking. Like so when you're a child, so check out, this is the difference between critical thinking. You're a child and your dad and mom tell you Santa Claus, oh, Santa Claus, baby, Santa Claus, Santa Claus. 3-4 years, you 4, you Santa Claus. And then you find out, ain't Santa Claus, it's mom and dad or whatever. And it's just a story to give you a vibe or whatnot. So, but if you're a critical thinker at 3, you go, wait, mommy, this guy goes, because I was like, he go to everybody's house, like across the street, like down the street, like next door. Like I didn't even go into outside the block. I was like, he can't go to all them houses on our block in one night. Because there's going to be so much. I live on Harvard Boulevard. Somebody going to shoot the dude. Somebody going to throw him back up the chimney. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be an issue. You can't get that done like that. So critical thinking means that you make your own kind of decision based upon what you see as the facts, not what you heard or all that other shit. So once you become a critical thinker, everything that's fake, you can see. You learn that you don't hear the truth. You feel the truth. The words people say, it's just a story. It don't matter what it is. All I'm taking to now is telling you words that of letters that we made up. Get this. We made up these symbols and we agree on what they say. We agree. So much so that you can go maybe 2 miles from where you live and try to use these same words in some area that all of y'all know what I'm talking about. And they're going to be like, no, hablando, or we don't know what that is. Like, it's individual. We made this shit up. Go try to figure out Chinese. They made that shit up. They did. Not God, them. I mean, so much so that, of course, God is all knowing. God ain't caring about the languages. It's like birds. We don't know what they're saying, but it's beautiful, right? That's how. That's the way. So anyway, everybody is right in their life, and they need to not choose life and not be brutally and treat people like they want to be treated. Who wants to get their ass kicked like that dude did? Anybody hold their hand up who wants to get their ass whooped like that? Even the guys doing it. Treat them like you want to be treated, bros. Cut that shit the fuck out.
Yeah. How has music changed, in your opinion, since you began your career as a DJ?
I'll tell you, really, the thing that I believe. So music to me, first to answer your question, has grown every time. I don't care what people try to tell you, but there is a difference in, I want to say, preference between older people who heard music that was more lavishly produced and younger guys who've hearing it's done by one person, like everybody's Prince in their bedroom. You know what I mean? So you're going to go from, only difference is you'll go from an orchestra to a one-man band. That don't mean that it's bad, but can't you hear the difference right off top? Like, there's an orchestra, and then there's one guy. He can play all the same instruments as that orchestra, but he can't play them all at the same time. And even if he does, it's going to sound synthetic, which means fake, synthesized. So it's like, so I feel like the reason that, because I like all of it. Okay, so all these dudes, I'm going to check this out. Nobody liked every hip hop record that came out back in the 80s.
That's true.
So these fools is talking about all this. You always had somebody you didn't like, or somebody who people thought was whack or whatever. You know, people didn't like Flavor Flav. I thought he was tight. He grew on people, but I liked him off top because he was totally unique. I said, this guy here, ain't nobody like that. The same with Biz Markie. It's like you were unique. But, you know, so all this talk about the new music and all our songs was hot, that's bullshit. It's like you can find some crap everywhere and some good everywhere. So, and some great everywhere. One-man band, great. But you can hear the condensedness of the music. You hear it. It's not like this. It's in this box because everybody's in this computer box. So everything's compressed in the box. We was in the studio. We didn't even know where the music was coming off of at first. It's like, where's it coming from? We're recording it. They played it live. What did we do? You know, and here you got this little box. We had big old, dude, the tape was this big to record that stuff we were doing. The tape, a cassette had a little bitty thing in there. The cassette tape, the 8-track had the little piece of tape. The tape is 2 inches. The tape, the kick drum is bigger than the cassette tape. It's recorded on a bigger piece. It's like, dude, really, it's like making a cake. If you got a bigger pan, it's gonna be a bigger cake. I don't care what they tell. People try to tell you and sell you. And then I tell you, they say, it's dope. I'm telling you. Like, bro, if you got one thing I teach my music people for TV, switching over real quick, music for television is a tool. They want it to serve a purpose. They got a scene and they want this music to do what they want it to do, not what you want it to do, Mr. Music. So when you have a piece of music and they say, can we hear something else? Say, absolutely. I have 5 or 6 more things. I'll put them up right away. Instead of, what? You're not feeling this? Turn it up, dance around, say the rap. That's a sales, bro. That shit ain't gonna never work at TV. You will get fired. They want to hear something else. They don't want you to sell them on what that shit is because you only got one. Now you can talk to them about the usage and say, well, how about if we do this? We can start it here and go this way. Watch this. Boom, boom, bam. Oh, it's beautiful. It's perfect. But people be in there taking it personal. You don't like my music. The first thing I learned in the television music game was they don't like your music. So
Yeah.
you got to get over it, music guy. And so once I did that, I could go, when I did that, hip hop, I'd be in there like, because guys be mad. They'll fight you like, man, I worked with a rapper. I'm not going to say his name because I don't like promoting other people no more like that. But I had a rapper that I worked with, and I was like, bro. So I'm from a group, remember, so I started before all these guys was in high school, right? So they get in the studio now, they hide, they, you know, whatever. I'm like, okay, that's dope. Give me something else. What? And they do the dance and turn it up, and that's not hot and whatever, what? And I go, yeah, let me get another one. And either they can't do it or the other one, they get an attitude. And so, but they don't understand that we make records, bro. We're steamrolling. We're not stopping. So you could get on or get rolled over. Cause
that's it.
That's it, baby. Like, and we selling records when we move in units, bro. Like when we used to sell records, we moved trucks. Trucks sold our records. They wasn't a download. And not to be old sounding, but when you do a download, you eliminate from the creator to the purchaser all the people that do business in between. It's gone. Like the truck driver that picked it up from the airport, that transported the CD from the packaging plant, that wrapped it from the plastic that came from another company. That's 6 companies right there. That's gone. That's why music is falling back into a music business instead of an industry, because it ain't serving nobody else. It's just serving the art. So the artists need to pay attention and grab hold of their shit so that we selling the art, like us, like minstrels. Like you couldn't hear a song unless can't hear my songs unless I come sing them. And if you like them, you'll learn them and memorize them, but you don't sound like me. You'll sound like you. But if you sound really good, people will pay you like a cover band. You see what I'm saying? But that's it. That's like how publishing came to pass. Music publishing was, I'm a minstrel. I'm singing a song. It's a guy over there going, why don't you write down the words to this song on this paper, and I will go sell the paper with your song on it and give you some of the money. You go take my song and put it on your paper and give me some of the money. How about let me buy your paper?
That's right. That's right.
I got trees over here. Let me just make my own paper. You know that? I mean, that's what publishing is. It's a way for people who don't write music to make money off of music writers. So, you know, that's what I feel about the state of the music industry.
Yeah.
Wow,
and now
that's
it's
deep, man.
And now it's about to get strange because of artificial intelligence. The RIAA they said they're concerned about 2 companies that they have artificial intelligence. You could go on their website and pay for you a song to be made. And some of these AIs can mimic your voice, or they could alter it a little bit or change your songs. How do you see that? How do you see that changing? And how do you see that working with producers? And do you think that's gonna make us have less jobs in the industry as producers and artists because of the artificial intelligence?
So machine learning is I'm really into that. So good question. I believe that first off, this AI that we got right now, it's not very smart at all. In the scheme of things, this is like the kindergartner preschoolers. You know, this is the first round. You got to look at it. So even they'll tell you that. That's why they opened it to the public, so they can learn more about people and how they ask questions. Like most of this work, you know, they enter these prompts, they be wrong and they'll kick it back. That's a lesson for the machine. Every time you do a wrong prompt, that the only way you learn is from making a mistake. You remember that shit so you don't do it again, and you won't do it again. So everything else is programming, like 1 + 1 is 2. Who says? Because a person plus a person equals 3. You see what I mean? Because you get a man and a woman, they're going to equal a family. That's 3 or more. So 1 + 1 is not 2.
Yeah.
It's not in every case. So it's everything is like that. But the AI, so I feel like there's the AI, first of all, is you can go on a site and say, make me a song that sounds like Jay-Z and such and whoop-de blam and hoop-de-hoop. And they make the music, the words, the melodies, all the parts. The AI make all of it and a video. Right? What people don't know is the AI owns that. So watch when somebody try to release a record like that and the AI is going to come at them. All the money going to go to them. Because now you put your voice in there, they own your voice. Oh,
wow.
Read the small print.
Damn.
Read it.
Yeah.
All these AIs, when they take your picture, they own that picture and your likeness. Now you just gave your own stuff up. Go back and read it.
That's
so,
deep.
Yeah, it's deeper than that though. Because think about this: what if everybody, just like Facebook, like inputs their self into this thing, and then it decides, like you get locked in a room, but you're still going. I'm here talking. I'm on everything like this. I exist, but you can't find me physically. They done took your person and keep making money with it. You're still alive.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, yeah, be careful with that. But I'm not on the doomsday thing with that because I believe that, first off, AI is talking encyclopedias. That's why they'll give you gibberish if you don't ask them the right question. They don't know what's in their head. They just got pages and pages and pages and pages of data. They don't know how to process that. That's what we're teaching them by asking them these prompts. So I think that, yes, it's going to lose. Some people are going to lose out. And some people are going to gain. It's always a shift. Like, it ain't going to be everybody lose their jobs. It's going to create a bunch of new IT professionals. Like, it's a bunch of them. But before 1970, it was no such thing as IT. Where'd all them dudes come from? You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. We continue to go on. We'll find something else to do. But this is what got me on the machine learning, though. So I'm with a group that meets on Thursdays. We meet up in Venice. And so I'm up there and I'm with some cats. One of them does machine learning and the other one does the other part of it. It's another technical term I can't remember, but together they're AI, and robots. So this guy goes, I bought a robot, man, a Nerf tank. It's dope. It'll drive up to you and shoot you. Bang! With a Nerf thing. Poof. He said, I put a chip in mine so I could target you and it'll go around the corner and shoot you, right? I said, oh, that's dope, right? He said, I'm working on one where it'll go around the corner and two people are standing there. It'll look at both of you and not shoot you, but shoot him. I said, motherfucker, that's the Terminator, bro. Don't make that.
That's right.
Don't make that, Miles Dyson. He was black too. I was like, bro, that's the Terminator. He's like, what you mean? I said, he gonna decide who to kill. That's all. Tell him Sarah Connor. Send the Nerf machine out. Watch what he do. He gonna kill Sarah Connor. That's the Terminator. So all of this, there's a really weird thing about creation. When you make for instance, I know a guy whose album was ready to die. And then he died.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta be careful with this creation thing. What you put out is gonna come back like a motherfucking boomerang. Y'all don't know that karma means boomerang. So think about that next time you think about karma. You don't get slapped in the face with karma? So all that to say, I think artificial intelligence is a good thing for many reasons. My main reason is because most people don't know that the D-Wave computer in 2015, that's the reason that quantum computing exists. They're the first people, Jordy, I can't think of his last name. They went into, these guys get resources from places that don't exist. Okay?
Wow.
You can pull resources from alternate realities. That proves that they exist. So that's what I like about AI. It proves that string theory, multiple realities, all that shit is real. Time travel coming next. It's already, people can't tell. I can see a glitch a mile away. I'm old enough to know something's wrong. So, but you gotta keep it down, because when somebody looking, next thing you know, you in a picture and you in 1888 or some shit.
Yeah.
Just like the movie.
So can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
We ask every person that come through, every legend such as yourself, man, it's an honor and pleasure. What is your top 5 most legendary artists in your heart and mind right now, here today or going on home to the Father? Who would you choose? Give us a little bit of why you chose them, and let us go. 5.
Before I say that, I want to say thank you to Silky D, Delphine for hooking me up with y'all, bro.
Thank
She
you,
texted me
Silky
and
D.
said, listen,
Bless you, man.
brother,
Blessings.
get on this show. Love you, sister. Thank you.
Bless her.
Thank
All
you.
right. So my
Thank
top
you,
5
Silky.
living and dead, yes, are I never got to work with Biggie, so that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
Major
so
legend.
I got a confession to make. Like, so I make music, right? But I'm a
Mm-hmm.
DJ. I don't think I've bought 10 records in my life. Like, really. So I'm not really a music consumer, but I do have artists that I like. I don't think I ever bought a Biggie record. I had all the when I got my records, I was a DJ, so they were all given to me. I was a Billboard reporter. So I got records by the thousands. I was selling them to the record stores. When the DJs was, I got a white label in the bins, I used to sell to the bins. So, you know, I still got records that I could, you know. So anyway, number 1, Biggie. I worked with Tupac. Got a cool story about that. And I'll be honest with you, man. You know, I would have loved to, like, so this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer you. I'm gonna give you 5 names, but I'm gonna give you the ones in my session. Get it? I'm the producer. I got a session. So my 5 people in this session, living or dead, I got Biggie. I got Dr. Dre. I got Beethoven, the composer.
Yes, yes.
And I got Vivaldi too, because I use his movements. That's where Phone Tap came through, his movements. And then, honestly, Frank Sinatra.
Wow, what an amazing list, man. Off the chain.
That's
man,
what I'm fucking
iconic legends, man.
Imagine the record we would make. We got Biggie and Frank Sinatra for vocals, and Dre, and me now. And then we got Quincy. I mean, I didn't say Quincy because everybody does Quincy. He's implied automatically. He's
that's right.
You know, but these are the guys, you know. So when Frank come in, he gonna bring Quincy with him because that's his boy. So Quincy in the room. You know how we do. We not just coming to the studio. So he got, hey, Q, I got this guy Glove, Dr. Dre, Biggie Smalls, Beethoven, and Vivaldi. Will you come? Yes. Okay. Wow. So the room is gonna be some other people. Snoop gonna come because he know we hanging. It's just 1 degree of separation. People like the King of England is gonna come because Beethoven is there, you know, or some shit. You know what I mean? But you feeling me? It's gonna be a party up in there, and we gonna.
That's right. That's right.
Man, imagine if Beethoven was alive today, bro. People be talking that shit, but bro, that dude would be Einstein and Q and Dre all mixed together.
Wow. Yeah, they're doing an what's that guy's name? He did classical music. It's a black guy. They're doing a movie about him this year, and they called him the Black Beethoven, right? Or the Black Mozart.
I gotta look that up. Who's the Black Mozart? I need to know.
Yeah, I think you just here. Let me see if they got it in here, and I saw the trailer, and the trailer is dope.
Oh yeah, I'm with that because I'm gonna tell you something. Beethoven, all them dudes, they had a brother up in there. Dude, check this out. You ever look at those pictures in the Renaissance time? Don't them dudes look like they should have a black face? Like they look like pimps with their canes and they stuffed out and the hat. They got that from the Moors, bro. We was doing that. They got the wig. That's a pimp style wig with the, you know what I'm talking about? That's that lifestyle. them. That's
I
us.
just Googled it. Just put in the Black Mozart. There's also a book about him. Because if I try to pronounce his name, I'm a butcher it. Because he was French.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'll get it.
Yeah. So they made a the when you see the trailer's dope. It's
Oh yeah.
dope. So
But
you're
that's what I'm
gonna.
talking about. A guy like that today, shoot. I put
Yeah.
him in the studio with me.
Yeah. That's right. Do you still work with Dre sometimes?
Yes, sometimes we do. We do music all the time. I call it masterpiece theater. He'll say, "Hey, what we doing? Come over, make a song, listen to like 15 other songs, smoke, drink, whatever, get some food, make another song until 6 in the morning." That's masterpiece theater. You walk around, you hop in the pool, whatever. Yeah, we still making music. I turned 60 last year and I decided to rap. I don't know what came over me. I wanted to say something. And so I created this album, and now people are applauding me for doing it. Like you said, like, bro, you should have did this back then. I'm part of that. Like, you got Warren G. I taught him how to use a drum machine. Like, you got Snoop and Dre and all these guys and Jinx, and these are all part of my guys. And then the DJs, you got all the DJs. Me and Egypt were the first DJs. All the DJs are my kids, man. All of them. There was not a DJ in a movie that I knew of before a hip hop DJ. There was a movie called Thank God It's Friday that was about Oscars. It had that DJ was in it, but he was not what we are.
Exactly.
And honestly, I ain't seen too many of these hot DJs since in these movies. I was. So
can I ask you a question? You talked about mentorship. So you do have a academy or something. You teach people how to create.
Well, I have things that I'm developing now. I do a training right now, but what I plan on doing is teaching children the music business and everything about music theory. So they're gonna know the business and how to make music like little geniuses. And then so they can sit up there and tell you, no, that's not. I want them to understand, like I said, nobody takes care of us and tells us. Imagine if a kid is 9 and they go, okay, so we're going to do this. You're going to sing a song. And he goes, okay, well, what about my publishing? What about the 3/4 stat rate? Well, what about owning the master? What about license holders? Who's going to share in ownership of master? Well, what's your investment going to be? Wait, you're 9. This is why record companies don't want the OGs hooking up with the 21 Savages. They tell them some bullshit so that they can hate on their daddies. That's separating fathers and sons, that thing. It's a black thing. They don't want us to tell them that deal is fucked up, bro. You're going to end up in prison. You keep with that slime mob shit. Do this. No, you stay away from the OG because when you go to prison, we're going to get rich. The governing body swoop in. Woof. The glove. Yo, that shit's wrong. Freeze the money. While they on trial, you can't make shit.
Yeah.
No money. And then when they get guilty, all that money go to the prison reparation thing. I bet you they'll stop. All of a sudden, no hip hop artists will go to jail. And then if you tell them if they die, they lose the money, ain't nobody gonna die either. We're gonna become immortal. No more dead rappers and no more. All you gotta do is tell them they can't get paid, and that's it.
Yeah. What was your motivation behind Cahuenga Boulevard?
That was a really trippy song to write. When I started working on the whole album, a friend of mine, Tony Hasbun, hooked me up with this group called Lo Correcto from Dominican Republic, and it was his group. It's like the Wu-Tang of the DR. Like, all hot music come out in the DR in Latin America. If it ain't hot in DR, it ain't hot. So, and then it breaks from there. So I met these guys, and one of the guys got like a Brooklyn Dominican flow. So I said, man, I want you to, he was like, you should rap this. So they wrote me a rap. So I rapped it. And then I had to change the words because he was saying some stuff like Def Jam something. And I was like, no, I'm Death Row. So let me change this. And so I started writing because I always, working with all these rappers, you always have a word or two or help them get over a hump. It's nothing producing. And so we all working on a song together. Sometimes they'll come with a musical idea. It's all good. But within that, it was like so Cahuenga Boulevard was really the culmination of me after writing and fixing that one song. I said, let me go on and write something. And then my daughter told me that. I said, baby, what do the kids like? She said, I like it when you got bars and when you real. I said, okay, I got it with the bars. Keeping it real, I'll be me. So I said, okay, I'm gonna write like that. I'm gonna be real, and then I'll spit. But bars to me is just knowledge gems. When you say stuff that they can use or they can see, that's a bar, you know. So I do that. And Cahuenga Boulevard, I decided to tell people kind of a little bit about where we were from and what we did back then. You know, I didn't have a song about anything that I had done. And I noticed that nobody raps about that stuff. So I decided to do it.
Yeah. So you spoke a little background on there.
Yes, ma'am. That's all truth. Everything in there. I'm going to do another song that'll tell a little bit more. But, you know, I got this thing. I figure another reason why my record does that and it's not cheap is because I don't do master classes or, you know, I'll lecture and my tour is going to be a mix of a panel, a lecture, music, DJ, and the whole thing, right? But since you buy the record, I give tips on production and mixing in my bars. So I may say something like, one of my lines is mix bus, GML, get it popping, I'll never tell. And they'll be like, so if you just write down, when I perform it, I tap my ear when I say those lines. So if you write down mix bus GML and go take that to your engineer, tell him that, and your shit's gonna sound better right off top. You don't even gotta know what it means. So all these lines in these different songs are mixing tips that you can practically use by repeating them to someone in the know. All you gotta do is say it.
Wow.
Figure I'd put some of that on there, you know, because the game is to be sold. Yeah. So buy it direct. Don't go watch a video on YouTube and give them the money.
Yeah.
Exactly. There it is. You heard it first right here on the Shiznit Talent TV, man.
Tell them, baby.
That's right.
Thank you
You
so much.
I got to rear back and bam! I got to give you that stamp of greatness, my brother. Legendary, man. Wow. It's so amazing, man. Man, you've been through a lot and you've done a lot in this business, man, and able to, you know, expound on some of the things. Hey, can you tell me one of your most memorable performances? I know you have performed, right?
Yeah. The most memorable performance I remember, we did Been There, Done That on what's that show? Saturday Night Live. We did that, right? We killed that shit on Saturday Night Live. It sounded like the record. But like the most memorable, I performed with Dre and Snoop. We did What's My Name or Who Am I on the American Music Award, or what was it? The MTV Music Awards, the first one or something like that, right? And it was like 91 or 92. And I dressed up as Cousin It. I had this wigs all on my body. I was like a long hairy beast, right? A blonde beast with glasses, shades. I'm on stage with Dre and Snoop right in the middle, everything, right? But nobody knows it's me.
Wow.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, that was me. And we was like the P-Funk band. So yeah, but that you know, yeah. Now, when we did the Chronic tour, I was the music director. And there was a couple of times I wasn't performing, but I was in charge of the sound. So I used to fuck around with the crowd in the beginning. I remember we was in the Omni. I hit the 808. Boom! The whole fucking building rattled and shit. The crowd goes, ah! They think the show about to start. or I'll scratch it too, chicka, 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 and just stop, just make sounds, right? Like you just ticking. Then they go crazy. I love that. I used to kind of geek on that. That was my shit for me. Nobody saw me, but I could make the crowd scream whenever I wanted to. And then whenever I DJ'd, of course. Now I tell you this, when we did the Firm album, I believe that album was released wrong. If they would put Phone Tap out first, that album sold 10 million copies. Before they would have known that the other stuff was on there, they'd have been just buying it for that. We were in the Tunnel in New York. It was a club in the 90s. Big famous club, 2,000 people in there. Funk Flex DJ and me and Dre on the balcony part standing there just chilling. And that dude goes, y'all want to hear this? And he played chicka chicka do 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 that keep your eyes where the hanks can see. Busta Rhymes. That was the hottest thing going right there. The crowd went crazy, right? And he said, or it is. And he said, ticka, 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 what's the dilly? The top blew off the building right there. When he played Phone Tap, it was like Nas was standing there. The building blew up. I've never seen nothing like that. That was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in reaction to one of my songs.
Wow.
I think you had a great career because before producing and everything, when you were DJing, you were the DJ, right?
Yeah, I was a DJ before anything else. I was making money. Them rappers and stuff I was DJing. I was getting girls and TV shows. I was in a Shaka Khan video. I'm in videos. I'm in I Feel For You video, the #1 song in the nation, you know. So
she got a video, I think you got. What you got on you we can play so the world can see, you know, his greatness. I know some mixing, some DJing. We found some things we want to, you know, let the world see you do.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be getting it up real shortly. But Big A from Richard Rufus Records said, OG, much respect and love to you. You know, people in the chat, they loving the show right now. You know what I'm saying? They saying facts, real game. You spitting, it's all love, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man. It's my people, man. This is my business, bro. I grew up in the music business, bro. And we've been cheated, you know, and it ain't been by the homies, because look, man, I come from a long line of fuckery. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got Jerry Heller, Easy E. And then they got into the Suge Knight. You know, I got all these guys in my history, right? And I'm still here making music. Not nobody, you know, this is my boy. Dre is my boy. That's not no enemy or crook. You know, it's all love, bro. Just like Big A said, he was there. He know.
Wow.
We make this, bro, all the time. Hey, you put this up there? This the worst ever performance. Let me tell you what this was, too. This was the Rain DJ testing. There's no tone arm. See that? There's no tone arm. So I'm used to moving the record, the needle. I moved the needle part of my motion. This is I hate this. Now I know how
I love it.
Feeling about the Wizards highlights.
I think it's fire.
Well, thank you, my love, but I am like 1,000 times faster and better than that DJ. Hey.
Are you playing the cuts?
Hey, I forgot about this part. That's the thing. I like to play records. Oh, that It's Time was just horrible.
I can't tell. I think
that's
it's
all right,
fire.
baby love. Thank you. You are very.
Everybody watching, it's fire.
Yo, man, I appreciate y'all. That's my jam right there, too. See, they should have played this instead of It's Time. I forgot about this one. Thank you.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I be telling
Yeah,
them, man.
man.
I'm a DJ.
Wow.
So
Wow.
do you still
Wow.
DJ?
Oh yeah, girl, all the time. Are you kidding? I can't. I'm a DJ first, and then everything else is after.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
everybody said you took them back to 87. Somebody said real DJ. They
Yeah.
naming off the song. So I'm
They
just
naming
telling
out
you.
my little cuts, huh? Yeah.
uh,
Have you
Yes.
ever had any DJ competitions?
No, but what I do is on so with my IG page, I'll do like DJ. I'll go live and DJ. Or really on TikTok, I can play records. They ain't tripping. Like I can get busy. They don't stop you and cut you off with the music. They paying artists. So I mess with that. But yeah, man, I you can find me on Instagram mostly. Everything else is after that right now. I'm stuck there for now.
That's right.
Mhm. I mean, I got YouTube, but I just can't seem to get that going correctly just yet because I believe in organic growth. When I meet people in person and they see me or this, that's when I get followers. So I'm just going to continue to talk to people and go around and try to help people get through. You know, for instance, in your life, everybody right here got an issue they going through. Each one of y'all thought about what's going on. And all you got to do is very hard. It is not easy. It's going to sound easy. It is not easy. You just, everything you do in your life is what you think. Everything in your life is what you think. And you say things without knowing that they're doing you demise. Like, man, I'm broke. Oh, never say that. Be like, man, I got money coming. And that's it. Your
That's
mind
real.
doesn't know the difference. Like, for instance, I was even failing with me even telling, I'm like, when you need something, your body feels like your mind, your subconscious feels like, oh, you need the need. You need to need that. Not you need to get that to stop needing it. Your brain don't work like that. So instead of saying I need something, you say I have something. Even the Bible tells you believe and receive. Like you pray for it, believe you got it. It's all they tell. Everybody's shouting it to you. Ain't nobody doing it. So when you go to sleep tonight, for your friend who wants that job that you know, or your friend that's trying to sell a record, or imagine having a conversation with them, man, I sold 1 million copies, bro. And believe it and go to sleep with it. And that's better.
Real.
Bro, trust me. And you do it
I
for
love you,
yourself.
man.
Do y'all know what a tennis ball feel like? I bet everybody can feel a tennis ball in their hand, right? How did you do that? How did you just feel a tennis ball? Like what? That's how the brain works.
From your
So
mind.
you can now, the same way I told you you can do that for your friend, you can do it for yourself. Imagine seeing yourself having that million seller or blowing up always. And then after you do it, smile. This is the trick. Find a feeling that you remember when you bought that Benz or when you broke that record or when you said that thing or sold or bought a house. The successful feeling you got, you can pull it up. You just did. Pull it up, couple it with the future thing you want, and your mind will give it to you by a way no man knows how.
The miracles
That's
of
for free.
God. Miracles of
Yes.
God.
Yeah,
That's it.
people
I
don't
know what
know
you're
that
talking
God want
about.
to show out.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
We
that goes
got this
along with all
question.
others.
We got this question we ask a lot too. If you were stranded on a desert island and can only bring one album with you, which one would it be?
Red Shirt Freshman. That's my
There it
album.
is.
I listen to it every single day.
Red Shirt Freshman. Wow.
Yeah. My album is as good as any of those great albums. People are going to see. They're going to listen to every song and go, you put it in and you cruise. And at the end, you go know all
Legendary.
the words.
Legend.
Yeah. And then after
Wow.
that, I think probably The Chronic, because when it's the way we arrange the songs in a row. It's not that I love that album so much. Actually, I take that back. I would probably, if I was stranded on a desert island, it would be the Luther Vandross greatest hits.
Yeah, Luther's the man.
Cause he had to sing. I sing "A House Is Not a Home" and Superman every night to sleep. Sad as fuck. All by myself on the silent boom, 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 boom. Fuck them rap records. They have me all mad as shit trying to get up out of Hell nah.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what it is, bro. You stuck in the desert. I had to think about that. Like, wait.
He buzzed for what he thought about it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be listening. I can listen to that shit. I used to listen to Superman, Superstar, over and over going to sleep.
One of our guys in the chat.
That's a bad.
One of our guys in the chat, Mr. Bailey, asked, the glove come before or after the breaking?
The glove was before. So radio created breaking, and I was the glove. Remember, they named me the glove. So the club radio is Radiotron in the movie. So the glove comes before breaking the movie, and I was doing this in 83, 82, up to 84, when Michael Jackson went famous for wearing a glove in 84. It was 84, 83, 84. We used to come to radio, him and them dudes was showing him how to moonwalk. I forgot the dude's name with Jeffrey Daniels, the dude that taught him is another OG moonwalker. They was there, like they seen me. Like it'd be different if somebody hadn't seen you. You can just make that imagination up if you want. But when you got Michael Jackson over there and Sting and all these motherfuckers around you, I'm the DJ to them. I'm hype. We hype. We DJing for them. So, and Ice, like, that's why we always came off bigger than life. Like Ice-T has always been Ice-T because he was performing for Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We was performing for stars. Celebrities came to that club, man. That's why it became a happening and famous in a movie. It's a lot to it. They only make the movie about this really shit that really goes. They don't make a movie about the next door neighbor that's rich. They make a movie about the guy who takes out his trash because he found something in the trash and got rich.
I got you. Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, classic show. The Shiznit Talent TV, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Y'all heard it first right here. The legendary Chris the Glove Taylor, man. Man, amazing, amazing, amazing. God has been doing wonderful things in your life, man. Yes. I can see it, man. Wow. Wow. Do you have any more questions for him? Because I got another one if nobody else do.
Well, wait till he comes back.
Okay. Go ahead.
What's the question?
Go, Joe. Blue.
Okay. How has your faith in God played a role in your career and personal life?
Let me tell you. So I come from a really heavy Christian family. Like my mom used to play the piano and sing hymns in the living room. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't listen to the radio growing up at all. I was 15 when I used to sneak and record it and then go outside and listen on a little cassette. It was like a Norelco cassette player.
Wow.
So, you know, all of the things that I've done, and first off, you can't do anything without faith in God. So it's been the most instrumental thing in my life. But just knowing that my parents taught me that I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. They didn't tell me I couldn't. They said, go ahead, you can fly, let me see. You know what I mean? That's what my parents would do. Let me see you fly. Fly, what you need? Okay, so, and then you come up with your own, like how I got into DJing. I got a student loan from college from a JC and was like, Dad, I got $2,500. Can I get 2 turntables and this and that and blah, 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 and figure out what I need? I don't want to buy the books. I could use this. He said, come on, son, let's go. And I think, you know, I know for a fact that he got me for like $500. This is 1980, but he got me what I wanted. I know it was some change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But it's cool. That was my pops. And then my mom was like, put the stuff in the garage and I could just turn it up as loud as I want in the garage. They never told me turn it down. I
They
mean, I was
supported
aware.
you.
Yeah. Bro, when we got legal, I asked my mother, can I use the location to grow? She was like, is it legal? Yep. Okay, baby. Anything I want, bro. So I don't understand. I know that you need that kind of a palette to create. Somebody that just supports you blindly and no questions asked. Because if you get the questioning like, well, I'll support you, babe, but isn't any good? Okay, so now you got somebody coming in who don't know because they a parent. They don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, I don't know. Like, the music for the younger generation is for the younger generation. Like, our hip hop was for us, not nobody else. That's why some people didn't understand it. We got rich and could buy it. Our people got jobs and was affording to make it. We did that within our set. Even the other races that buy it, they're hip hop people. They're not just, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you can still make money. That's why I can put a record out at 60. When they find out this record's out, everybody gonna buy it. And so, because it's something that hip hop does, they get behind stuff that's hot.
Look, somebody in the chat said, one man said, I heard Glove's new album, the music is fire.
You see what I'm saying, bro? I'm not even kidding, man.
Right?
I'm not playing with this.
What's the name of your new album?
Red Shirt Freshman.
Red Shirt Freshman.
Yep.
Wow.
That means, so what that is that's a sports term. I played basketball in college, and my brother played basketball in college. He was more successful than I. I ended up not playing basketball in college. But my brother, so they were like, we're going to give you a scholarship next year. We want you to work out with the team and stay with the team. That's called a red shirt. You're not eligible to play, but you get an extra year of eligibility and you learn how to play with the team. So red shirt players are generally the 5th year senior. They're the older guy that you see on the team. So that's why I put that. I'm a red shirt freshman. I still got eligibility. I'm 60. This is my first year of eligibility. I got 5 solid years of that.
You have so much experience since the beginning of hip hop, and you've been intertwined with several companies. You know, people that watch this interview and they're going to say, dang, he is blessed. So I want to know, in the future, is there going to be a Chris the Glove Taylor movie?
Absolutely. We're working on multiple. So I got this thing I'm doing about my life as a DJ. It's about that and all the stuff that came from that. And it's similar to Entourage. Like that movie, that TV show Entourage that was on HBO, that's like basically was me and my 4 friends, the whole thing. But it was exactly what we was going through all the way up to the movie and all of that. But it was just another story of the same thing. It was Mark Wahlberg in there, but it was exactly what we was going through. So yeah, I mean, culminating in those movies and videos, and then going on to work with Dre and do the Snoop and the Chronics and all of that stuff after the fact, in the Chronic 2000, each one selling more than the last. So, you know, I'm not from, like, Snoop's first album came out and he never sold another album as many. My
I
first
heard he was like
my first record came out and it was 4 million. And then we did a Chronic, which is 7 million. Doggy Style is 11 million. And the Chronic 2001 is another 7.6 million. I think something like that. Each one of my records was more millions. And then the California Love, that was 10 million. So I didn't go backwards. Like, I had a couple of other things in there that was platinum and stuff, just platinums, multiples or whatever, but each one was more. And a lot of people don't understand with Dre, every record he produced went platinum except maybe one.
Wow.
And
so how many songs did you do with Tupac?
I only worked on California Love. It was funny too, because California Love was supposed to be Dre's single. So I'm in there working with Dre. We doing this and that. I'm playing keyboards. And so we at Dre's house when he had a spot up in Calabasas. So I leave from there, go in the kitchen, make me a sandwich, and Tupac comes into the kitchen. I'm like, he wasn't even in the house. He come in the kitchen with a blunt, like, hey, you want to hit this? I'm like, yeah, okay. This is the only time I ever met Tupac. Smoked the blunt with him. Boom, hit him back. He's like, I was like, I'm making sandwiches. What's up? He was like, no, I'm good. Walked back through. It was always like a little kind of party whenever we was working. So it's a few people in the room, in the bar area, in the living room, out by the pool. I walk around. When I get back to the studio, this dude Tupac is, I don't bail fresh out of jail, California dreaming. The third, you know, he does he does a triplicate. He was on his third. I swear it ain't been 26 minutes since I saw him. He arrived and was finished.
Wow.
Wow.
That dude.
Wow.
California Love was my mom's favorite song. It was her favorite song. One of her
That's
favorite
what I always
songs.
tell people. I said, if you go through I'm your mama's favorite. I got one of your mama's favorite songs in my pocket.
Yeah.
Wow.
And your daddy.
One of the guys in the chat asked, what advice would you give to a new and up and coming artist, Jerry Blaze Bay? He said, what kind of advice would you give a new artist coming in the game?
So I'm gonna tell you, I'm really, because of the lifespan of young rappers in particular, like not only the lifespan, either going to jail or dying. It's just like the dope game. So other than rap, I'll say, because I'm right now, like, okay, so I'm rapping, but I'm an older guy that's not in that whole thing, the jewelry, the whole thing. It's not, if you can stay away from the glorification of the things that people want to bring you down for, you got to always stay true to what you are. I don't care if you a dancer, dance, bro. Say some words and dance. Make your song space out so you, like Janet, whisper so you don't got to sing when you doing all that dancing. You know what I mean? You got to have a catch to it. Or like Prince, he liked to arrange everything ever just so. And so you can do, but you got to, nobody can tell you how to be you. You know what I mean? You got to be you. And then you tell them who you are and they can like it or not. You can't be, don't let other people validate you. Validate your fucking self, bro. And after that, your bigger self. That's my only thing, because everybody wants to, how do I, ... It's all about who you know and who's doing the thing that you want to do. I'm doing the same as you. How do I sell this record? I'm 60. I got an idea. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to give them access to me. Ask me questions. Play a song. I'll DJ the warm up when you first come in. Like, I'll get you to like what I'm doing. All you got to do is see me do it. So, you know.
Yeah, that's one guy. One man, he asked, does he mentor young DJs? So you said you had a training, right? I don't know if it's DJs or just producers or what.
Now, I do this. So we have a few things. We're training people in career paths. We're actually training people right now in the music and the film industry, PAs that can get into the film industry, working on films and television. We place them after we train them, and it's free. So that's the training. My academy that I'm working on, the Young Genius Performing Arts Academy for Children, that is going to start off as a after-school program and another career path out of from like middle school. So in California, we used to have a career path as well as there was a vocational path and an educational path. But they took the vocational path away, and it's only college. Everything is college because college is losing money and people don't really need to go to college. So everybody's making the schools. Your job is to send people here. So that's what they're doing. And it's not really, so we're coming in with that training. I'm going to train people the same format on music too. It's a smaller microcosm, but I can get people trained and they can become PAs in recording studios. And then that's where you burgeon your career, is who you meet in the studio. That's it. Or at the place, or in the record company, in the lobby. Like, you can only get in the record business if you're in the record business. You can't get in it if you're standing outside with a sign. Ain't nobody gonna see that sign because they coming in the back through the back gate underground. Like, you got to be in there. So, you know, I another thing is, I have a cannabis company, same as Big A, and I'm training. I have another training for that. That's another career path. So we're doing that now. As far as DJing and seminars and stuff, yes, I can do all of those things. I'm putting it together in my Young Genius Academy. But my main thing is, number one, getting some people money for the stuff they did that they didn't get paid for by creating a fund and using either a DAO or donations from artists. I believe if I start a fund for artists, other artists will put in to help other guys get paid that didn't get paid. Like if you wrote a song for Vanilla Ice and you didn't get the money, give me an essay, sit down in front of the panel. We're going to talk to them, ask some questions, and we're going to say, okay, yeah, we're going to give them $1 million. And then we give them to them 100,000 at a time, dole it out, stipend, see how they live with it, and hit them with the nut. Like, boom, here's your $1 million. You did good. That's the kind of grant system I want to do for people that were in hip hop specifically, because there's too many guys. Like Coolio should have been a fucking multi-hundred millionaire, super doper. And all these guys with these songs that you know these songs. You grew up with these songs. They were in your fabric. And these guys are dying broke. And somebody got the money. And they saw, he sold it to me for fucking peanuts back then when he was broke. You should have just gave him some money, asshole, invest in him and take a percentage later instead of take it all for 10,000.
Man, we gotta definitely connect.
That deal with 10,000, nah. Remember when the Lakers was gonna get Chris Paul, and then the NBA said nah.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing that's governing body. That contract you've been assigned with the slime mob, nah.
Yeah,
can't do it. And let another company get them that needs them better or something. Like, we need some good, healthy competition. We need somebody to come around and say no.
Some real gatekeepers. Some real gatekeepers.
Yes. And not only that,
gatekeepers.
We need some kind of a system to let people know when I go to SoundCloud, I want to know that that's amateur music, so that it's not professionally done, not in a negative way, amateur, but it's just not complete. So I can have a system where I know when I turn this on, it's going to be a good song, but it ain't going to be mixed. Most people don't know why they don't like a song when it's the mix or the hi-hat is too loud or the snare. They just go, I don't like that. You can't tell them it's the snare. They just, let me turn the snare down, you're going to like it. But, or the voice is too loud or too soft. So you need to kind of let people know beforehand. It may be a little bit, or give it 5 stars. This is this. You expect it to be. Now you can judge on not just sound quality, but the actual content. So music gets like, boy, they put a lot on us before you like a song. It's like, well, do I like the beat? Do I like the voice? Do I like this? It's like, what's all that? You look at a painting, you don't go, do I like the color? Do I like this brush stroke? Do I like the fabric? Do I like the frame? It's like the painting's beautiful. Next.
When I saw your video, Cahuenga Boulevard, it's smooth. It made me want to go for it. I need to go take me a ride, cruise down the PCH or something. Let me go see the ocean. So did you come up with that concept? Because that's the vibe when you hear the song. So naturally, when seeing you do, I was like, dang, I want to go for a ride.
So I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. So I directed the video, came with the concept, right? So check it out. We did this thing a long time ago with G-Thang. When we put out G-Thang, the music was slower than what was out back then. So we had people dancing to the music so that you could see that you're supposed to dance to this. Like you just groove to it like this. You got to show people what you want them to do to your thing. So remember I told you my whole album, you're going to drive from here to there. So I want every one of my videos, I'm going to be moving either in a car, boat, whatever. You're going to see me in motion because my music is in motion. So yes, I did that on purpose. The cruise, you can see in the background, it's blurry. It's not really clear except for when I'm talking about the spot. I had a good time. That's the first video I directed completely, shot by my boy DJ Domino. And we had a good time. It was just me and him. I edited myself, colorized it, all of that. Like I really want to be like John Carpenter. He makes the whole movie. He shoots it. He puts the music. He's the cameraman. He edits it. You gotta his spirit in it. All him. It ain't like a bunch of people. You know what I mean? Even the actor, sometimes he's in it. So I really
We got that video. We would love to play it while you still here, if you don't mind.
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
That's it.
That's
Let's
why I
see
brought
now.
it up. I said I want to make sure we get this up there.
Okay.
West Side, LA. Rolling round town with my nigga Dre. 2 p.m. about to hit the studio. Hollywood, where it all began, though. Born under the cedars of the city. Raised under the eye of LAPD. But let me tell you about the 3rd floor. Red room with the locked door. Suge Knight, CEO. Knocking niggas out the LA time zone. Got us out the ruthless gang quick. Little did we know he was the same trick. DOC, he got the pins right. Doggy Dog, he spit the game tight. Back then, things used to seem good. Cahuenga Boulevard, up in Hollywood. Cahuenga Boulevard, up in Hollywood.
Keep me from all evil.
That's where we were.
Lord, would you keep me?
Murder was the case that they gave Snoop. And then there was the day Pop came through. California love was the rage. Death Row records from Page. Can't forget the Dog Pound gangsters. Corrupt on every death row banger. Then came the scuffles and the beat. Gang violence all up in them Compton streets. Chris Glove, he left the road first. Niggas had a different kind of thirst. All those platinum records we made. How Dr. Dre had the game played. Jimmy High Beam got us faded. Slid us off the Aftermath Incorporated. Back then, things used to seem good. Cahuenga Boulevard, up in Hollywood. Yeah, I remember that. Cahuenga Boulevard, up in Hollywood.
As I travel down this road.
Cahuenga Boulevard, up in Hollywood.
Keep me.
Cahuenga Boulevard, up in Hollywood.
Keep me from all evil.
Cahuenga Boulevard,
Lord, would
up
you
in
keep
Hollywood.
me? Keep me. Keep me.
Cahuenga Boulevard.
You know, I got a real boy way back here on this one.
Oh boy. I got certified.
Bam, bam, bam.
The Shiz-Nit.
That greatness, man. That's tight. That was the Shiz-Nit, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. You did something amazing, man. You told a story that people didn't even know through that song in a smooth, unique, ingenious way, man. That was
Thank you, bro.
I see what you're saying, how people gonna gravitate to it.
They're gonna love it, bro. It's gonna
right,
be good.
yeah.
And
no
the beat
lies,
was,
it's all love.
and the beat was fire.
Thank you. I
Man.
Man.
Yep. I got that one. That song, when I wrote those lyrics, when I was laying them, bro, I actually cried. I couldn't even understand why. I was choked up and was actually crying. I couldn't even hardly lay the vocal. I had to do them again afterward. I wanted to lay it and get the flow right, but my voice was wrong because it was raspy from. There's something about that time frame that just, Big A know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's deep, dude. That's
I never experienced
deep.
that before. I never experienced that emotion making music ever. My tracks, I don't tear up over them or none of that. It's always positive, never sad. But that vocal, it just brought some out. You got to put pain in your voice, bro. It got to be there. If it ain't there, people don't believe you.
Yeah.
Well, what's up with the room on the 3rd floor? Because that was
Hey,
in the song.
Mr. Glove, do you make your own samples, pack kits for producers or beat makers?
I do not. I was gonna do it for Akai, but then I found out that they don't really love us, so I just said nah. But what I'll do is I've been thinking about like, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do all my own streaming where you can get to my music and you pay the monthly thing, and then I'll do packs. Like, you know, that's like basically that's what I got paid for all them years was making sample packs. I didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? Explosive
Wow.
was a sample pack.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, so you was also the one that was involved in the NWA "Hello" song, right?
Yeah, I produced that track.
Oh my God, that song's fire. You did all the fire beats.
Yeah, he did that "Hello" with Ice Cube, Ren, and Dre. "Hello."
I did that the same day. Explosive and Hello was done at the same session. Remember I told you we do 2 songs in a day? Them 2 was done that day.
Wow.
That's dope.
Some days. The cool thing about making these songs and knowing the finite number of them and knowing when you did them, I can tell you what direction I was facing when I created them, and that's important to me because I learned that directional, like it's important which way you face when you're doing things. So
wow,
you know,
that's amazing, man.
2 hits in a day, man.
Yeah, that was that day. We did Doggy Dog World and the Dre Day remix the same day. Like we got a lot of those 2-dayers, 2-a-dayers. That's why I tell you we do 1 or 2. It don't just be songs; they be those songs.
So on Poor Broke and Lonely, did
Poe.
you Poe, yeah, Poe Broke and Lonely. Did you I know you wrote the lyrics and you wrote the beats. How many videos did you guys do? Because I know you have the video for Twisted.
Yeah, we had 2 videos, 1 for each album. Back then, videos were really expensive, and they'd pay you $250,000 to make the record, and then $200,000 to do the video. So it was like you get 1 if you was a group like us. But we did. I got 2 videos in Poor Broke and Lonely: Funky Vibe and Twisted. Those 2. Twisted was really our video. We got to do what we wanted to do.
Oh, that's cool.
Brett Ratner did Twisted. He directed Twisted. Did he do like Jackie Chan and what's his name? Rush Hour.
Oh,
that guy who directed Rush Hours, he did our video before he did anything.
Wow.
That's pretty dope.
Yep. That's a trip, right?
Yeah. Did you face any challenges? Because it seems like your career was smooth sailing, just if I was to read it off of the paper. But did you face any challenges during your career?
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about them if you don't want to.
No. We talking. No, I have many challenges, relationship wise and financial wise. But as far as music and creation, nah.
That's right. Genius. That's what I'm saying. That's a musical genius, man. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all hearing the first right here on the Shiznit Talent TV. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, that like button, and leave a smooth comment because this man is a legend, y'all. Wow, man.
Get my red shirt freshman bag.
Yeah, that red shirt freshman. Y'all go get that. It's everywhere. Go directly to him. He say Instagram. Let them know where they can find you and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, man. How do I talk in these comments? I can't talk in the chat.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Bingo. Did that go up in the comments or the chat?
No, you should hit. It should be a thing that says comments. You hit that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That went in the private chat. Yeah.
Here, I'll put it in there for you.
Thank you, my dear. And then my Instagram and my let me see. I'm gonna do that too. Y'all still hear me, right? Probably don't see me though.
Yeah. Absolutely. We still hear you.
Yeah, here. So I got a contest going on my page right now. with I'm giving away a SSL 2 Plus, which is is this interface for producers.
And so what the contest consists of?
Here, I'm gonna put that same thing she just told me. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in the chat again, and you can do that for me, Miss. I see you follow me today. I was like, who's this gangster Crip girl that's following me? I said, this is a Crip right here.
That's
This
right.
team,
East side, nigga.
I was like, there you go, right? I was like, see? And then I was like,
right.
oh. So yeah, that's my contest. You just got to subscribe to my Instagram for 99 cents and you enter to win. And we're going to give the winner away. It's going to be on February 1st next week. So y'all need to jump in there, bro. I'm giving this away. I don't care if it's 2 people. I'm only telling it through the subscribers. And don't cancel your subscription just because you got it and then won it.
Okay, so now, so what's the contest again?
It's the one, it's an SSL 2 Plus.
And what do you have to do?
Interface. You have to follow chrisglove.ai and kingtech.tv. And you have to subscribe to chrisglove.ai and kingtech.tv, and you're entered to win.
Oh, so I can't produce, but for some reason I have to have gadgets.
Oh, hey, there you go.
And so I'm gonna enter.
I'm gonna autograph this thing too with one of those metal things.
And then I'll never open it. It's just gonna be there with the rest of my boxes.
You know what? I'm kind of like you. That's why I started doing the giveaways. I'm gonna give away some more stuff all year. I'm giving away. I got a bunch of boxes like you. I figured I could gain some followers by giving it away.
Yeah. Well, I'm already following you, but yeah, I collect stuff. I got an $1,100 keyboard collecting dust.
Oh yeah.
So
you need to buy you a producer and then put him in the room with all your boxes.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. It's like, but I stopped. I slowed down. I said, you know what? I don't need 4 laptops and a PC and all these other gadgets. I used to have 4 audio interfaces, but I gave them away.
They'll be like, girl.
He said, you're a bobblehead. Oh, that's cold.
No, that was Kobe. Kobe was like, man, girl, no. He was saying, no, you don't need Yeah, you're not a bobblehead, my dear. Never that. Okay. I heard all that gangsterism in there. Ain't none of that.
That's funny. You have been a wonderful, wonderful guest. Thank you so much for coming on
absolutely.
Here.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes,
he got
Death
his
Row. There it is. The Death Row. There it is. Y'all seen it first right here on the Shiz-Nit Talent TV. Wow. Wow.
Man.
Yeah, we official. I'm first round. I was the first draft pick.
Wow.
It was Dre and DLC and me. And then Snoop came. We met Snoop. I was already on the team.
Hey, my sister's ex-husband, he was her husband at the time. He tried to get me to go up there, and I said, I just don't think that might be a good fit. Something told me don't go.
Don't go. Hey, look, this right here. Don't. This is not a. Hey, look. LA is not safe. We can't protect you. That's what the police said, right? It's not safe. This right here, we can't protect you.
Wow.
So if you become an artist there, can't protect you.
Wow. Well, I think he was probably one of the rough sides to it. But no, but I'm glad you made it out of Death Row safe.
I was at Ruthless, man. It was kind of murkier over there, honestly.
Wow.
I mean, it was, hey, I was Ruthless, Death Row, and Aftermath. I'm the only producer that's been actually signed to all 3 labels other than Dre. I got contract with all. So nobody will tell you that. or like that when I did Explosive, and then Kanye West went and told the world that he listened to Dr. Dre's production and went and copied it and put it on H to the Izzo, and this could be whatever, this can be life, and 9 songs they sampled Explosive. That made his career come back from one of my songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you get all the accreditation over here. We know the real. We heard it from the man, from the legend himself, Chris the Glove Taylor. Yeah. This is the shiznit, man. That's real.
Man. I love that stamp, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, take it back.
That's right. You gotta get it, man. You great, man.
Appreciate
you have huh?
I appreciate y'all.
Oh man, we appreciate you too, my brother. Oh man, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure, man. Having this your second home. You're more than welcome to come back anytime you want to, man. And if you got anything you want to share with the new artists coming in, because that's what we do over here, man. We actually is searching for some of the next great talent, and we want to steer them the right way, paying it forward into the future, so they can have something to really, really live with. You know what I'm saying? From G's like you, legends like me, legends like Miss Chino, legends like Stilo Beach, and legends like Big A and Bay Leaf, and everybody that's involved with, trying to steer the right people the right way, the young youth. We got some talent that's gonna be coming through here, man, and we definitely want to have you as probably one of the judges, to look at some of this talent and give them the right, you know what I'm saying, constructive criticism, and let them move in the right and strategic way going forward. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Man,
Yeah.
I want to send a shout out to my guy K-Make on the beat that did this music with me, man. I produced all of the songs, and he came and did about 5 or 6 tracks that I didn't do nothing to but mix, and maybe, I always get on him about them drums, so I always kind of replace the drums, but that's production stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever, it's a heater. But shout out to him, Mr. Sweets, my boy Jason Jump shot me some samples. They got music out, and then my girl got this thing called Dega Media. She's the one who does all of the training, man. You got to stay up on that. But you can follow me at Instagram at chrisglove.ai, speaking on your AI.
Yeah. And then check out, when you get a chance, remember, look up Black Mozart, and there's a Tenant Music. They do AI, and one of their AI artists already made $300,000.
No, they got a problem though.
Oh,
they're getting sued.
Whoa.
It's like the record company. Hey, look, freeze the money. All that shit stopped. Right now, it's a battle about that.
Wow.
Because I think it's 2 white programmers made this black rapper, and they talking they said nigga a lot, and a lot of bad shit. And they was hot.
Oh.
It's something with that. So now, see, think about that. Now they don't need us no more. They can make black music with AI.
Wow.
That's a way.
And what they're doing is they took some unalived artists that were famous back there, and they're mimicking their voices. And that's kind of sad to me.
And not only that, but they're also taking their likenesses too. And so then they come back to life. They can do interviews. They can deep fake. Now they can talk. So listen, this is what I'm doing. What I'm doing with AI, I'm going to tell you guys this. I always want to have something for my children. First, I was going to do like a masterclass video, but I decided that if I train an AI, give him all of my information, then my children will be able to ask it questions and it'll answer in real time like I would be thinking. So at 100 years from now, my grandkids can see me and ask me a question, and I give them an answer about the thing. Give me more information about this thing that I've never heard of. That's what AI does. You tell it about it, and then it'll give you a response based upon my nature that's inputted into it. And that's what I'm going to do for my family.
That's dope.
Deep. That's dope. That's the shiznit. That's right. That's right. Wow. Exactly. So what's your the name of your strand?
Sweets is my brand. I don't know if I can get it up here on the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Sweets. I
see
see
it.
it now. I see it.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
brand name. We sell it's this glass tip,
Okay.
Wow.
blunt,
Wow.
rolled up. See them
That's
flames?
dope. That's
So
the
yeah, we in
Shiznit.
like 40 stores. We got jars and vapes and all that shit.
Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
that they can find here. See, it is entrepreneur, man, legend. He's doing everything, man, the right way, and he want to steer the next generation and the new talent into that same vision. You know what I'm saying? By
Yes.
means of giving them the knowledge on what a business contract is and all the things that's necessary to, like you said, that 9-year-old game. That's important right there. Teach
Yeah,
them while they're
man. He gonna have
young.
confidence too.
Exactly.
They don't want us to,
Confident.
bro. Real quick, George Washington wrote something. He said that if we take the blacks, he called us the Moors, and chained us up, after 200 years, if nobody told us who we would forget that we were kings. You ever wonder
Wow.
why we have these? Every brother I know got a grand idea of some shit you would never. It's way the fuck out there, and it's because we've been leaders and kings, bro. We do that. We come up with wild ideas and create crazy shit because we come from that. That's what we are. We've been stifled. Like every time they put us in a culture, we create something and dominate the culture. It don't matter. They made music. We made rock and roll. They tried to take it. We made hip hop. They trying to get that with computers, AI. They can't even do it, so they have to make something to do it. They gonna use the Terminator against us lyrically. Imagine Jay-Z having to battle a Terminator for his life. Now that's a movie. You got to come with lines. So you got to come with bars, Hope, or you're gonna die.
Wow.
I'm gonna make a movie
That's
about
dope.
that. And everybody here and everybody watching just did the non-disclosure.
Absolutely.
Vocal
Absolutely. There it is.
Terminator. All y'all are in it. We all producers.
That's it. Absolutely. We are. We all producers. We put it in the atmosphere. And put it in the atmosphere, it's manifestation starting. And now
Yes.
we gonna make that happen.
Damn
Like
right,
you said
man.
earlier.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man. Peace out to the young man who got beat. I really I feel for them and the family. But bro, one of my best friends got beat by the cops, not to death, but he ran from the cops in 1982 or 3, and he got about a few weeks later. A man named Ron Settles was killed by the cops in Long Beach.
Yeah, I remember that.
See,
I'm
we've
from
been.
Long Beach.
This is not new.
Yeah.
This is not new. This is appalling. This is not news. And honestly, I'm gonna really tell y'all, I think it's an atrocity, but I think that thing should be like age appropriate. Like I don't want my kids watching this tape, bro. I'm sorry. I don't. I want them to have the challenge to understand that life is precious and you got to watch everything. But I also want them to be able to play in the front yard too.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Honestly, I
Absolutely.
want my kids to wave at the cops, bro. I don't want them to not, when they drive by like we did. But this shit is bad.
If you can leave a golden nugget for the children of tomorrow in reference to we got to do better, what would it be?
The only thing that we can change is ourselves. You cannot change anybody else. So if everybody would take the time to be in the moment and look into themselves and try to treat others the way they want to be treated in the positive manner, not the shitty ones who's got problems, the general public of people, and just do that and watch everything that you're doing in your life just go boom. So here's one. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Imagine everyone who believes in God or any higher power. Imagine that higher power is your actual parent, and that the parent who raised you is just a custodian to make sure you eat and sleep and are sheltered. But that God is your parent. If God is your parent, he's the most wealthy being on earth. So close your eyes and imagine what God would give you as your father. You're the son of the king. And you do that every day, and majesty shows itself in your life after 30 days in the way you never explained.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I love you, sir.
I
Love you,
love
Mr.
you, man. All
Glove.
of y'all. Let's go.
Wow.
Thank you, man. It's a blessing. Thank you,
Much love
Silky
and much
D.
respect.
I
Thank
appreciate
you,
y'all.
man.
Thank
It's
you
an
for
honor
having me.
and man, it's a blessing, man.
Yes, sir.
Wow, to have you, man. Peace, love, and
Oh
respect. I don't know.
man, he left. I wanted to play the Twister
Wow,
video.
wow. Another great and classic show, ladies and gentlemen. He gonna be back. He gotta come back. We gotta get Silky, him, and Clayton Savage, everybody, man. We gotta do this thing in a major way, man. This is beautiful, man. God is working in mysterious ways, but mighty ways. And we told y'all first, right here on the Shiznit Talent TV, but y'all see it in real time now. Now you see what I'm saying. The small miracles is so small, but they so grand. We just had, man, a great legend. Hey, I thank everybody for pulling up, stopping by to say hello and hi to the Live is Live on YouTube. And that is the Shiznit Talent TV, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already see what's going on. All the way to the hemisphere, we're going to get stuck there. We ain't coming down. So I need everybody to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you haven't. Hey, leave a comment. I appreciate everybody for coming down and hanging out with us. Man, what y'all got to say about the show tonight? Another great and classic one on mine.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess the next time he come, but I wanted to play the video Twisted.
Oh,
So
okay.
next time.
That's right. That's right. Wow. Wow. Amazing, amazing man. Amazing man, man. A very good individual spiritually and everything, man. A genius. A genius at what he do. Very creative. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Stilo Beach, man, for being that liaison between that and making all that happen, man. Salute you, sir. Wow, that's beautiful, man. Thank you, man. Wow. Thank you, Miss C-No. Another great and classic show, but I
Thanks to
guess it's about that time. Huh?
Thanks to everybody, man. Everybody, the people that's loving the Shiznit, you, Messino, and man, it was a privilege to have Chris the Glove on the show, man. For real, it was
Man,
amazing.
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Wow, wow, wow. Continued prosperity, continued blessings, man. Man, we love you over here, man. You know you're more than welcome to come back anytime. I know you got things going on. We're gonna definitely let people know about your contest. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to his Instagram and hey, rewatch this to get everything he said so you can really, because he left some great nuggets with y'all, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to get on up out of here and skedaddle. It's been a long one, but it's been a great one. And I can't say nothing else, man. I'm so elated. I'm so excited. I'm ready to jump up out this chair. I'm just holding my cool. Trust and believe when I tell you that. Hey, what's going on? You want to give some last words, man? Stilo, last words on for the night. We finna get on up out of here, man. You got that thank you, Jesus, ready for me, Miss C-No?
Oh, let me get it. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Man. Great questions you asked him, Stilo, man. In regards. So yeah, he gonna do the packs now. That's good. And he in fact didn't even realize that's what he been doing all this time. That's crazy. Wow, that's amazing, man. You never know, man. That was greatness on display. He's been a great individual for the time he's been in this, man, and he's gonna continue to be great. Hey, man, it is what it is. That's all it's gonna ever be right here on the Shiznit Talent TV. We need everybody to hang in there with us one good time, man, and we're gonna go and get up out of here the right way. You know how we do it over here, man. The
Hey,
Shiznit Talent TV.
much love and respect, everybody. See you tomorrow or the next time.
Yeah. Same
All right,
here.
before you
Much love.
go ahead. Go
We're gonna
ahead.
play a song though, right?
Huh?
We playing something right now?
Yeah, she finna play a video. But go ahead, say your last, and we're gonna go and get up out of here. I'm gonna say my last, and then she play the video, and then that's gonna end it.
Okay. Much love and
Right,
respect, y'all. Thank you for coming back to the Shiznit. We love y'all. Thank you. Subscribe, share, and salute.
And if you feel any need in your heart to support the channel, all the information is in the description. Hey, we love y'all. Come again. Hey, we're going to see y'all tomorrow. We got another great show lined up. We don't know who's going to pop in, but we'll put it all together for y'all and check it out. Hey, I want everybody to stay rooted in love, stay rooted in truth, stay rooted in faith, because even if you're going through darkness, if you come out on the other side of that darkness, it's going to be a light shining. That light is you, and that's God's love. Greatness on display, a life victory every day for everybody. We love y'all. Salute. Check us out tomorrow. Hit them with that, Miss C. No. Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Don't you know it was? I knew it was. We can't live without it. I knew it was. Don't you know it was? Lift your hands, give them praise, 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 praise. Lift your hands, give them praise, 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 praise. Lord God in heaven, I thank you for my mind, life, soul. I just want you to know, from all the drive-by lies, caused by homicide, you saved lives. I just want to say, I thank the Lord for a clear mind, change your heart in bad times from the start. I say, only God can do it, making a way out of no way, giving God praise. I just say, don't you know it was? I can't live without. Don't you know it was? I can't live without. Don't you know it was? I knew it was. Lift your hands, give them praise, 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 praise. Lift your hands, give them praise, 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 praise. In the church say, the righteous. The foundation. Say, like that, like that. Never that, never that. My God is an awesome God through all. Even when I stumble and fall, I say, my mother prayed for me, showed me and preached me the word. That's all I heard, so I gotta say, my spirit, soul, and body is on one accord. I say, praise the Lord. I say, if you believe in faith, there's nothing God won't do for you. Hey, yo, that's true. Ooh, don't you know it was? I can't live without. Don't you know it was? I can't live without. Don't you know it was? I knew it was. Lift your hands, give them praise, 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 praise. Lift your hands, praise, 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 praise. Call him up and tell God what you want. Call him up and tell the Lord what you want. Call him up and tell God what you want. Call him up and tell the Lord what you want. Call him up and tell God what you want. Call him up and tell Jesus what you want. Call him up